You've got to pick a pocket or two. Welcome to the north of England. This is Hope You Come Up Here, the show that explores all that northern towns have to offer.
Robbed a shop.
This week we'll be scratching the surface and scraping the barrel for things to do in the thinking man's Pontefract, Goole.
When people think about the main hobbies of northerners, they think about joining brass bands, owning birds of prey and stripping off because they've been made redundant. But that's the problem with documentary films like Kes and The Full Monty. They only show half the picture. Goole has an exceptional range of activities: drinking, dancing or singing on Goole's busy Air Street, with pubs including the Macintosh Arms and takeaways with hygiene ratings of 3 and above. Like sports, why not head to Goole Leisure Centre for a swim or a game of squash, which is a sort of angry indoor tennis, or badminton if you're a girl. It's a bit sexist, isn't it?
Or why not visit West Park with its newly refurbished toilets and b-ball courts? Needless to say, when you're in Goole, you're always going to pot the black. 180! Today, we'll be looking at the culture of the town, and what better place to start than Goole's iconic clock tower, which watches over the shopping centre of the town and allows almost anyone from Goole to know the GMT. Goole Standard Time. It also plays a huge role in one of the biggest events in the Christian calendar, Christmas time. So whether you want to know the time or just legally drive your car around in a circle for ages, Goole Clock Tower is the place for you. I'm currently enjoying a barbecue onion ring knife burger from the Old George. The only thing more delicious than the taste is the value. Now, Goole Clock Tower has made the national press in recent years for its Christmas tree, and not for the right reasons. In 2013, the Hull Daily Mail reported that Goole's wonky Christmas tree was a laughingstock to the town and humiliatingly called it Eileen. 2015 saw a Christmas tree so tall it blocked the town's CCTV cameras, make the Daily Mail. And just last year, the Sun Pun department branded the town a catastrophe after the festive centrepiece was decorated with a solitary bauble. As usual, we're joined by the youngest and best mayor in the UK, Terence Smith. Terence is a man, or technically boy, who's better placed than most to talk about the troublesome trees of Goole. Terence, why do you think the Christmas trees have caused so many problems for the town of Goole?
I think it's because at Christmas people are happy, they're jolly, but people always find something to moan about.
And do you think their moaning is justified, or do you think they're making trouble out of nothing?
I think they're making a big story out of a small problem or a large tree. They find the fact that this tree is there, that we've spent money on it, but they're not happy and they say it could be better.
You know what I say to the people of Goole, and I've said this since I was born, the Christmas trees have been great, and just because it's not Trafalgar Square or some London resort or something like that doesn't mean it's not a good northern tree. So Terence, if you could buy the town of Goole any Christmas present, what would it be?
A giant pair of socks.
Giant pair of socks. We're here actually on Goole Roundabout with the distant cry of locals telling us that we technically shouldn't be here. And we're very lucky to be joined by Goole's ho-ho-honely Christmas expert, Helen Brown, who's actually been celebrating Christmas every single day for the past 4 years. Helen, thanks for joining
Merry Christmas! Happy Christmas, Bear!
Merry Christmas!
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not though, is it? It's not Christmas.
No, it is Christmas. Yeah.
Okay, well, when do you do Boxing Day?
I know we don't, but it's Christmas today.
Well, what have you?
It's
What have you
Christmas
got
every
for?
day.
Yeah, but what's Christmas Eve though? When does Santa come?
No, it's Christmas today. It's Christmas every day.
Okay, can I ask? Are you okay? Is everything all right?
Yeah, I just love Christmas.
What are you eating? What are you eating today?
Turkey. Of course.
Wow. Okay.
I got you some presents.
Oh.
Here we go.
There we go.
Thank you.
Presents. What we got here? You've wrapped them up good.
Yes.
Oh.
Socks. I
Socks.
tried to get you Christmas ones, but I couldn't find them.
Yeah, because it's not Christmas.
No, it is to me.
Oh, right. Okay. Helen, what makes the perfect Christmas tree?
Well, I think what makes the perfect Christmas tree is if it's very personalised. One of my favourites when my husband and I were still together.
Oh, bingo. That's what's done it. Sorry, go on.
Was we used to sort of be very specific to things that we like. So, you know, my husband loved the pub, so beer mat. I love cooking, so potato on the tree. With something of this scale, you need to make sure it's a very wide tree, very thick. Don't be afraid to go too wide. And then you decorate it with sort of several things in the centre, very simplistic traditional decorations. That way it's not too gaudy.
Okay,
That would be my advice to you.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Helen, and we do hope you get better soon and sort out whatever's going on. Now, Terence, I've got no doubts that after that, the next Christmas tree is going to be fantastic. Next, we'll be visiting the cultural hub of the town, the Junction. The Junction replaced the smaller Gate Theatre, which had fallen into such a state of disrepair, productions had to incorporate the stage's giant sinkhole into the plot. This led to incredible reviews for War of the Worlds, but quite negative and confused reviews for the Vagina monologues. The Gate also championed the careers of stand-up comedy tribute acts Peter O'Kay and Frank Skinner. But now Goole has a state-of-the-art cultural hub, with cinema screen, theatre, bar, male and female toilets. I'm about to take one of the many taster courses that they run at the Junction. See if I can learn myself some improv. So, what are the basics of improvisationing, please, Paul?
I suppose the fundamental basic, the one that everyone needs to remember, is something we call yes and. So, if I was to introduce something to a scene, it would be your job to say, yes, I agree with that, and here's something I'm adding to it.
Yes, and we're going to give that a go right now.
Wow, what a lovely day for a picnic.
No, it's World War III! That's not lovely!
Right, we should get to a shelter instead.
No, we're in a shelter! Now that's what we're doing now, why are you lying?
Rule number 2 is to always make sure that you arrive at the right time. Let the scene breathe. Don't come too early.
I think
The great sheepdog.
he was a great sheepdog. We're planning a memorial service tomorrow. I don't
No! Liar! Terry is right here! The dog never died! So, Paul, what is the final rule of improv?
Well, this is probably my favourite improv rule. It was taught to me by my wife, who's now dead, to me. And it is to always have fun.
Guess who's having a baby?
What, with him?
We couldn't be happier to be pregnant.
My own brother?
Well,
Oh, what's going on? I'm sorry, but this isn't fun. You said it had to be fun, and it's a domestic drama.
Get out of my theatre!
I don't
At
know
least
what
we're
I've done
trying!
wrong.
Do you know how difficult it is to live in Goole? A town with no culture? They've just closed down the cine world!
And scene.
Maybe improv isn't my bag, but if you would like to learn it and a whole set of other non-transferable skills, why not visit Paul at the Junction Theatre?
Find us on Gumtree.
Any last words about improv, Paul?
Yeah, I don't have an agent.
Goole is an 18-hour non-stop bike ride from London, with bikes costing between £170 to £5,000 from Halfords, and in most cases you can get them to throw in a helmet or some lights for free. The Premier Inn is £60 a night and a quick 45-minute sprint from the town centre. The clock tower is free to look at, and for viewings of the Christmas tree we recommend a December visit. This Christmas season, the Junction Theatre pantomime will be Waiting for Godot, starring Ainsley Harriott and the man who played Les Battersby in Coronation Street, with tickets starting from free entry. And that's it for this series of Hope You Come Up Here and its stint in the beautiful town of Goole. We hope we've done enough to convince you to think outside the box and embrace the forgotten towns of the North. Now we're going to end this episode the same way we end every episode, with a word from the youngest and best mayor in the UK, Terence Smith. Terence, tell us, why should people visit Goole?
Because you don't realise how beautiful it is until you come here and you get to meet me.
I'll drink to that. Now it's time for the Hope You Come Up Here competition. And for the chance to win Terence's mayoral chains, simply answer the following question. What am I most scared of? A. Sharks. B. Failure. C. Mayoral chains. Make sure you watch us for the next series of Hope You Come Up Here, where we'll be visiting Bambi Marsh! Oh, sorry. On you go.